Hello challengers, welcome to the Awesome August Abs Challenge. Thank you so much for joining me for the next 31 days. The purpose of this group is to develop a daily habit of fitness through short attainable goals every day. We will start out small at the beginning of the month and then we will build to the end of the month. Each day will get a little bit harder. This month it's all about the core. Did you know that the core are all the muscles between the neck and the knees? So the 5 exercises on your challenge chart will target all those different muscle groups. Because we are at different levels in this group, in this video I will demonstrate all different levels of each exercise. Pick the easiest level if you are new to this group, and if you've been here for a while, pick something harder or do multiple sets of what's on the calendar. It's up to you to pick what's going to challenge you the most. I encourage you to post your accomplishments to the group to help encourage everybody else. It's fun to post a funny picture or just something saying that I'm done, I did it. To cheer each other on is the best. And this group, it uses accountability to help you continue. And accountability really does work. So just some important tips before I start to demonstrate the exercises. I want you to be safe. I want you to listen to your body. And if it doesn't feel right or if it hurts, I want you to stop. Now, if you miss a day, it's no big deal. It's just every day starts anew. I just want you to have a no quit attitude. So it's all or something, not all or nothing. If you fall off the wagon, jump right back on. Consistency is key in forming any habit, so you want to keep going even if you miss a couple days. So, are you guys ready to see the exercises? Let's start this. Let's start strong and let's do this together, all right? So I'm going to start by showing you, well, I guess it's not everybody's favorite, but there are ways to modify a burpee. So I will show you the hardest way, which is just your regular burpee. And this burpee I'm going to do without a push-up, but you are welcome to do a push-up on this burpee, which would make it really hard, okay? But the burpee just starts out jumping down on the mat. Extend your feet out into a plank, come back up, and then jump. That's your burpee, your average typical burpee. Now to modify that, you could take it on a level. So if you bring it up like elevated, it makes it a little bit easier. So you can put your hands on a sturdy tabletop, coffee table, or a bench, put your hands on the table, jump out, jump in, and up. You can also just step it out, up. Okay, so just stepping, up. That would be another way to do a burpee. So I think those 3 ways will get you through the challenge of burpees for the month. All right, so any questions, just message me on those. The next one is something I call a pillow pass. So because if you're doing this at home, you may not have gym equipment. A lot of people do this with a stability ball or a little like Pilates ball, but you can use a pillow. And it's just called a pillow pass. So the hardest way to do it would be start with a pillow between your legs, arms over your head. You're going to come up, pass the pillow from your feet to your hands, and then bring it over. Now I want you to be very safe with this one. You must keep your lower back pressed down, and if you can't, don't bring your legs that far down. Bring your legs to a point right before your back would pull away. So start with those muscles engaged, your lower back pressed down, and then pass the pillow, and then bring it down to the point right before your back pulls away. Okay? You can go all the way down if your back stays on the mat. Now if you have to modify, you can do this with bent knees. Okay, just bend those knees and pass the pillow. Or you can just, if you haven't worked on your core for a very long time, you can just start with regular crunches. Just keep those muscles engaged, press your lower back down, keep your chin a fist away from your chest, let your hands carry your head. So let your head rest in those hands and just come up and down. Be sure to exhale when you lift or whenever it's the hardest. If you're passing that pillow, I want you to exhale on the hard part, okay? Maybe go the rhythm of your breathing. So that is the pillow pass. The third one we're gonna do is just a typical plank. Now there's a high plank, there's a low plank. You can do planks on your toes, you can do planks on your knees. So whatever is your level to start, we can start. So the position of a plank, I want you to have those hands, elbows, and shoulders all in one line. I want you to keep your eyes looking a little bit above your hands, a little bit in front of them to keep your neck neutral. Squeeze those glutes, keep your core engaged, okay? And then we're gonna time this one by seconds. Now, if it's too hard to do a high plank, you can drop it down. Whoops, I lost my notes. It's kind of windy out here. You can drop it down to your elbows, all right? So you can take it, but your elbows should be aligned with your shoulders. Drop that down, and you can also drop it to your knees, all right? Another way would be bring back that bench and do an elevated version on your hands or on your elbows, all right? If you want to make it a little bit harder than just holding a plank, you can add some challenging moves that brings your body out of stability, which would be maybe you could do a shoulder touches, okay, and just time those, or you could tap in front, anything that could bring your body out of alignment, or you can even do leg lifts or knee tucks. So make it, again, something that's going to challenge you. So that's your plank. The next one, I have bicycle crunches. So with bicycle crunches, your typical bicycle crunch, again, you're keeping that back press down. You're gonna bring one knee in, push one leg out, hands behind your head, and just twist your body opposite elbow to knee, okay? Now, if that's too hard, do this with putting that foot down each time. You can still go opposite, so you're still twisting, all right, but foot down each time. And if that seems a little bit too hard, go ahead and cross one leg on top and just do one side at a time, bringing elbow to knee. Make sure those elbows stay open, your head is resting in your hands, and try to avoid doing a chicken wing and just moving your arm and not lifting. The idea is to try to lift that shoulder up and fold your body in half at an angle. From the hip to the opposite shoulder, try to fold that body in half. So those are some ways to do that crossover crunch. And then the last one. The last one is a combination of push-up and Superman. So to do this as written, you would just start down on the mat. Put your hands right under those shoulders. Elbows are pointing back slightly. No matter what kind of push-up you do, what level, you still want to have it from the top of your head to those elbows to be a slight arrow. Don't bring your elbows way out here. Have your elbows pointing down a little bit. Okay, so start with those hands under the shoulders. You're gonna push up, bring it down, and then you're gonna lift up your arms and your legs for Superman, and then down. So you can alternate push up and lift. You can also do your push up on your knees and then lift. You can do your push up on your knees, and then your Superman could be opposite arm, opposite leg, okay? And then bring it up. So those are some ways to do the push-ups on your mat. If you need to adjust your Superman, maybe your back is weak, you haven't worked that in a while, you could go into a bird dog exercise where you start in a tabletop. So your knees are right under your hips, hands are right under your shoulders, just lift opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, so looks like that. Make sure you're looking down so your head is in neutral. So you may want to do maybe wall push-ups. You can do all of those and then come down to the mat and do maybe some bird dog exercises. So that is all the exercises. If you have questions, message me privately, or please put the comments down in this thread. And then also always do some type of a warm-up. Burpees are pretty challenging, so I want you to maybe warm your body up a little bit. Okay, you can just do some light jogging in place or marching. Maybe you're gonna do these exercises after you do a walk. It's beautiful outside. Hope you guys get in some summer activities, maybe biking, walking, swimming, anything that's fun for you. And then maybe you do these exercises after. But so get in a little bit of a warm up and then enjoy it. Take it at your pace, challenge yourself a little bit so that you're better each day. So thank you again for joining me. I'm super excited for you guys. Let's work this core, guys. Let's do it.